In this lesson, we are going to learn how we can upload the application to Google Play Store and submit it for review. We'll start by learning how we can create a new application on the Google Play console, and then we'll add the app description and images for our application. Finally, we'll upload the APK file that we had created in the last lesson and submit the application for review. To access the Google's Play console, you need to navigate to play.google.com/apps/publish. This is the URL that will require you to log into your Google account, and you'll also have to sign up for a Google developer account. If you do not have a developer's account with Google, you will have to pay a fee of $25 and then you can publish as many applications as you want. So here is how the Google Play Console's dashboard looks like. You can see that I have a list of applications, and these are the applications that are already live on the Google Play Store. Let's go ahead and create a new application called To Do App. So click on the Create Application button. And here you need to select a default language followed by the title of your application. In our case, the title of the application is going to be To Do App. Click Create. And this takes us to a page where we need to add the rest of the information about our application. There are a few sections in this console that we need to fill out in order to be able to successfully submit our application. So let's go ahead and fill out all the things that are required to submit the application. The first thing that we have is the title of the application, which is already filled out. Next, we need to add a short description and a full description for our application. Feel free to add a long full description to describe your application completely to all your users. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see that you need to add graphic assets for your application. You need to add at least 2 screenshots for your application, although you can go ahead and add a maximum of 8 screenshots. So here you can see that I have prepared some graphic assets. I have taken a few screenshots of the application. I have created an icon which is 512 pixels by 512 pixels in size. I have also created a featured image which is 124 pixels by 500 pixels. These are the dimensions that you can also find out if you read the text here in Google Play Console. So let's go ahead and add the screenshots first, and then we'll add the icon and the featured graphic. And the screenshots have been added. Next, let's go ahead and add the high-res icon, which should be 512 pixels by 512 pixels. So I'll add the icon. And then finally, I'll add the featured graphic, which should be 124 pixels by 500 pixels. Optionally, you can also add a promo graphic, a TV banner, and a Daydream 360-degree stereoscopic image. As of now, since these things are not required, we are going to skip these. If you scroll down a little bit, you need to select the type of your application. In our case, this is an application and not a game. And then for the applications category, we'll select productivity. Finally, we need to add a URL to the privacy policy for this application. So as of now, we don't have a privacy policy, but make sure that you add the URL to your privacy policy right here. You can also select not submitting a privacy policy URL at the current time if you do not have a privacy policy ready. So I'll just go ahead and select that and click on Save Draft. And on the left, you can now see that the store listing section is done. Next, we need to go to the app releases section and upload the APK file that we created in the last lesson. So go to the app releases section, click on Manage on the production section, click on Create Release. And if you want to let Google manage your app signing, then you can click on Continue. But since we have manually used the key to sign our application, which is what we did in the last lesson. Click on Opt Out, and then you can use the Browse Files button to upload your APK file. So we'll select the APK file and let it upload. While the application is being uploaded, let's enter a release name for this application. We'll enter 1.0.0, and down here, let's add some descriptive text for this release. Click on Save. And now you can see that the app releases section is also done. Next, let's go to the content rating section. And here you need to answer a few questions about your application, and then the Google Play Store will give your application a content rating based on the answers of those questions. And then we need to select the type of our application. Since our application is a utility or productivity application, we'll select the appropriate type. Finally, all we need to do is just select the right options for a number of questions. I'll answer all these basic questions, and then I'll click on Save Questionnaire. When the questionnaire is saved, I can click on the Calculate Rating button, and as you can see that the application gets a decent enough rating and it's suitable for the users of all ages. I'll click on Apply Rating, and then you can see that the content rating section is also done. Lastly, let's go to the pricing and distribution section. And here you can select if you want to offer your application for free or not. Since I am offering this application for free, I'll select free, and down here I can choose the countries that I want this application to be available in. And I want to make my application be available in all the countries. So I'll select available, and then again I'll have to answer some basic questions. And once you save, you can see that I get this message ready to publish, and the pricing and distribution section is also done. So now that we have done all the minimum required settings that you need to do in order to be able to publish your application, let's go back to the app releases section, click on Edit Release, scroll down towards the bottom and click on Review. If everything is good, you will get the button Start Rollout to Production. Click on it, click on Confirm, and your application is successfully submitted to Google for review. Once the application is reviewed and approved, your application will be live in the Google Play Store. So that's all about publishing your application to Google Play Store. Before we conclude this lesson and this course, you need to remember a few things. Make sure that you keep your key store in a secure location. You don't want to lose it, and you should always remember the passwords that you have defined for your key and your key store. If you lose any of this, you will not be able to release any updates for your application. Also remember that the same key store and the same key will be used to sign newer versions of this application. So if you plan on rolling out a new update for your application, you will need the same key store with the same key. Lastly, make sure that you increase the version number of your application in your config.xml file before you release updates. If you try to upload an APK file with the same version number which is already uploaded, the Google Play Store will not accept the application. So that's all about building applications with Ionic Framework 4 and Firebase.